When we talk about transformation, we often imagine grand gestures, monumental decisions, or life-altering events. But what if I told you that the quietest, most hidden parts of yourself hold the key to the greatest changes in your life? Those fleeting emotions, the ones you barely notice, might be the unseen architects of your mind and your spiritual journey. You may not realize it, but every subtle feeling, whether it's a moment of envy, a flash of gratitude, or a pang of regret, whispers instructions to your subconscious mind. Over time, these whispers become blueprints. And these blueprints? They shape your reality, your choices, and ultimately, your destiny. Take a moment to ask yourself, what emotions do I carry silently, without acknowledgement? And how might they be guiding me without my consent? Consider this. Your mind is like a vast, fertile garden. Every thought and emotion is a seed. Some seeds grow into beautiful flowers. Others become invasive weeds. If you plant seeds of resentment or fear, even unconsciously, you may unknowingly cultivate a life full of obstacles. On the other hand, planting seeds of love, curiosity, and resilience creates a thriving, harmonious landscape. But here's the catch. You often don't know what you're planting because your hidden feelings work in the shadows.
I've seen this truth play out in my own life. There was a time when I thought I was a positive person, always outwardly optimistic. Yet deep down, there were hidden insecurities, fears of not being enough, doubts about my path. These feelings were subtle, easy to overlook, but they quietly influenced my decisions, steering me away from risks, from opportunities that could have helped me grow. What about you? What's buried deep in your emotional soil? If you were to sit in silence for a moment, no distractions, no masks, what feelings would rise to the surface? Fear, sadness, perhaps even joy that you've been afraid to express.
Now, here's the transformative insight. These hidden feelings are not your enemies. They are messengers. They don't just shape your mind. They are invitations to deeper understanding. Your job isn't to suppress them, but to listen, to embrace them without judgment.
Start with a simple practice. At the end of each day, reflect on one hidden emotion you experienced. Maybe it was a twinge of jealousy when you saw someone's success, or perhaps a wave of warmth when someone showed you kindness. Write it down. Name it. Naming your feelings is like shining a light into a dark corner. It diminishes their power to control you unconsciously. But why is this important for your spiritual journey? Because spirituality isn't about escaping your emotions or pretending they don't exist. True spirituality is about integrating all parts of yourself, even the ones you'd rather ignore. It's about transforming those quiet whispers into a chorus of understanding, alignment, and peace. Have you ever noticed how a single unresolved feeling can ripple through your entire day? For example, if you wake up feeling unseen or unappreciated, that energy often finds its way into your interactions, maybe in subtle irritations or feelings of isolation. But when you confront that feeling, when you sit with it and say, "I see you, and it's okay," you take away its power. Let me ask you this. If your hidden feelings were a map, where would they lead you right now? Are they guiding you toward growth, or are they pulling you back into old patterns?
This is the first step on your journey awareness. Awareness of what lies beneath the surface, because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. But once you do acknowledge it, something miraculous happens. You start to see how those hidden feelings, when embraced, become allies. They teach you where you're stuck, where you need healing, and where you're ready to grow. As you move forward, I challenge you to take a deeper look at the patterns in your life. Are there recurring themes, relationships that seem to echo the same lessons, struggles that feel strangely familiar? These are clues, breadcrumbs left by your hidden feelings, guiding you toward greater self-awareness. You are not a passive observer in this process. You are the creator. Every moment is an opportunity to rewrite the script, to choose different seeds to plant in your garden. And so, I leave you with this question to ponder deeply. What would your life look like if you fully embraced and understood every hidden feeling within you? How would that transform your mind, your relationships, and your spiritual path?
The alchemy of transformation, turning hidden feelings into spiritual gold. When you think of alchemy, perhaps you imagine ancient mystics laboring to turn lead into gold. But what if I told you that you are an alchemist? Right now, hidden feelings, the lead of your soul, await transformation. They hold immense potential, waiting to be transmuted into the gold of spiritual enlightenment. The first step in this alchemical process is recognizing that your feelings, no matter how dark or uncomfortable, are not flaws. They are raw materials. Too often, we label emotions as good or bad, trying to cling to one while banishing the other. But this duality limits us. The truth is, every feeling is a carrier of energy, and that energy can be redirected. Take anger, for example. At its core, anger is often an expression of unmet needs or perceived injustice. If left unchecked, it can consume us, creating conflict and resentment. But if embraced and examined, anger reveals what truly matters to you, your boundaries, your values. It becomes fuel for positive action, for standing up for what you believe in. Let me ask you, what emotions do you fear or avoid? And what might happen if you allowed yourself to sit with them, to understand their message?
The second step is mastery through observation. Imagine your mind as a still lake. Hidden feelings are like ripples on the surface, disturbing the peace. Your task is not to eliminate the ripples, but to observe them without reacting. This practice, often called mindfulness, is the gateway to transformation. Here's a practical exercise. When a hidden feeling arises, perhaps guilt, shame, or anxiety, pause. Don't push it away. Instead, ask yourself, where is this feeling coming from? What story is it trying to tell me? Then breathe deeply and visualize the feeling as a wave. Watch it rise, crest, and eventually fall. No wave lasts forever, and neither does any emotion. In this way, you begin to see that you are not your feelings. You are the observer, the one who watches. This realization is profoundly liberating. It creates space between you and the emotion, giving you the power to choose your response rather than being controlled by automatic reactions. But observation alone is not enough.
The fourth and final step in alchemy is expression. Feelings, especially hidden ones, crave movement. They need to flow to transform. This doesn't mean acting out your emotions recklessly. It means finding healthy, creative ways to express them. For some, this might be journaling, putting words to feelings that are hard to speak aloud. For others, it might be art, music, or movement. Even a simple act like walking in nature can become an expression, a way of releasing and channeling emotional energy. But expression is not just about release. It's also about connection. Sharing your feelings with someone you trust can be profoundly healing. It reminds you that you're not alone, that your experiences are part of the shared human journey. Let's pause here and reflect. What is one way you could express your hidden feelings today in a way that honors them and helps them transform? As we conclude this part, remember this. The gold of spiritual growth is not found in escaping your feelings or pretending they don't exist. It's found in the courageous act of embracing them, observing them, and transforming them into something greater. And so, I leave you with this thought. If you could alchemize every hidden feeling into its highest form, what kind of life would you create? What kind of person would you become?
The sacred balance. Using hidden feelings to navigate your spiritual purpose. As we enter this final exploration, let's step into the sacred terrain of balance, the dance between our hidden feelings and the purpose that calls to us. It's here, in this delicate interplay, that your spiritual journey finds its true compass. Every one of us is on a unique path, but there's a universal truth. Our hidden feelings are not obstacles to our purpose. They are guides. The emotions you bury hold keys to understanding your deepest desires, your fears, and the barriers you must transcend. They illuminate the way forward, but only if you have the courage to listen.
Let's consider purpose. How often do we mistake it for a grand, singular mission? Something external, something we must chase. In truth, purpose is not a destination, it's a way of being. It's how you align your actions, thoughts and feelings with the essence of who you are. And here's the paradox. The more you suppress your hidden feelings, the further you drift from that essence. Ask yourself this profound question. What emotions have I avoided that might hold clues to what truly matters to me? Perhaps the fear of failure masks a desire to create something extraordinary. Maybe the sadness you suppress is a longing for connection. Every hidden feeling carries a hidden truth. This is where balance comes in. Balance is not about suppressing or overindulging in emotions. It's about integrating them. Imagine a tightrope walker, steady on the line. They don't ignore the pull of gravity. They work with it, adjusting moment by moment. In the same way, your hidden feelings are forces that must be acknowledged and integrated if you're to walk the tightrope of your purpose. Here's a practice to cultivate balance. The next time a strong feeling arises, whether hidden or obvious, pause. Close your eyes. Place your hand on your heart and ask, what is this feeling trying to teach me? What action can I take to honor it without letting it control me? In honoring your feelings, you align with your spiritual purpose. Let me explain. Imagine your purpose as a river flowing within you. Hidden feelings, when unexamined, act like debris, obstructing the current. But when you confront and integrate them, the river flows freely, carrying you effortlessly toward what you're meant to do and who you're meant to be. But what if you don't know your purpose? Many of us feel lost, searching for meaning in a world full of distractions. This is where hidden feelings become even more important. They are the whispers of your soul, calling you to pay attention. If you feel restless, it's not because you lack purpose. It's because something within you is begging to be heard. Here's a question to sit with. What would happen if you gave your hidden feelings the attention they deserve? What truths might they reveal about your purpose? Sometimes the clues are subtle. A quiet yearning for creativity, a recurring dream of adventure, a pull toward helping others. Other times, they're loud and painful, feelings of frustration, dissatisfaction, or regret. But all of them are sacred. They are the breadcrumbs leading you home. Let me share a story. There was a time when I felt completely disconnected from my path. I was going through the motions of life, but something felt off. I couldn't pinpoint it, so I buried myself in distractions. But the feelings, frustration, emptiness, only grew louder. It wasn't until I sat with them, really listened, that I realized they were pointing me towards something I had ignored. My need for stillness, for reflection, for deeper connection. Those hidden feelings became my compass, guiding me back to myself. What about you? What feelings have been trying to get your attention? What might they be asking you to change, to let go of, or to embrace? This brings us to a powerful truth. Purpose is not something you find. It's something you live. And you can only live it fully when you embrace all parts of yourself, especially the hidden ones. It's in this embrace that you discover balance, the sacred harmony between being and doing, between feeling and acting.
As we near the end of this journey, I want to leave you with a practice to deepen your connection to your hidden feelings and your purpose. Each morning, before you begin your day, take 5 minutes to sit in silence. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What do these feelings need from me? How can I align my actions today with my deeper truth? Write down what comes up, no matter how small or insignificant it seems. Over time, you'll notice patterns. These patterns are the threads of your purpose, weaving together to form the tapestry of your life. And so, we return to the original question. How do your hidden feelings quietly shape your mind and transform your spiritual journey? The answer lies in your willingness to listen, to integrate, and to act with intention. Every feeling, no matter how small or hidden, is a step on your path. Every moment of awareness is a moment of transformation. I leave you with one final question to carry in your heart. If you fully trusted your hidden feelings to guide you, how might your life and your spiritual journey change forever?